All right, let's move on to Mario Maker.
Let's do it.
So Super Mario Maker 2 was rumored to be coming for some time. My
Hmm.
thought process was that it was going to be a re-release of Mario Maker 1, like a
Right.
deluxe version.
Right.
But no, it's a full-fledged Mario Maker 2.
Hmm.
Luigi is apparently like on the box art and like the Mario Maker uniform, which is like a day one buy for me just based on that.
I mean, look at him. He's best bro.
It's very true. And the
Hmm.
best part of this entire announcement was before they even announced the name, they
Hmm.
just showed the slopes.
The
The
slopes.
slopes.
I
So they
love it.
knew right off the bat people wanted slopes. So I think it's
Hmm.
it's on the screen right now. So it's like boom, slopes. There you go. We did
So
it.
good.
Shut up, fanboys.
Right.
I mean, it was such a weird thing to exclude from the first
Hmm.
game, but now we get the slopes. Everybody's happy. I think the reason they excluded it was because Mario 1 didn't have slopes.
Yeah, it seems like they were trying to be most faithful to that, and if there were any limitations, they would be on the oldest one.
Yeah. So this is
But
coming
oh,
out
they're
what
back.
in July? So this year in July.
June,
Oh,
June.
June, excuse me. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So very very quick. This was something I thought would be kind of unveiled at E3, but this is coming
Hmm.
out very fast. Um,
Yes.
I'm excited and I'm disappointed at the same time.
Hmm.
It seems like a Mario Maker 1.5 type thing for me. Yes, they added some stuff from 3D World. There's
Yeah.
some 3D stuff in it. I was really hoping for Game Boy, like Mario
Ooh,
Land, like some
Game Boy would be good.
classic stuff.
Hmm.
But I guess nobody's going to get everything they want.
For me, I want Mario 2.
Yeah. Oh, Mario
Like,
2 was a no brainer.
exactly. Like,
But it's so different. Like the mechanics were different. How Mario moves is different.
right. But just give me the aesthetic. Like, I know
Yeah.
it's not going to be able to be like, okay, you're able to pull vegetables now, though if they did that across the board, my mind would be blown.
Yeah.
But it's that's the one missing thing here. Bring it to me.
I mean, you could.
Because other than that, it's 3D, and I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to go full 3D. We can't just suddenly be making like Mario 64
Could
courses.
you
At least
imagine though? Could you
I can,
imagine?
I can, and it's beautiful, but it's going to take a while.
So I'm excited to see what this is capable of doing.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that it's backwards compatible to a certain extent, where the
Right.
millions of levels that are out there made already on the Wii
Yeah.
U could kind of come forward on the Switch. I think that would be just kind of a day one kind of nice thing to have, just an insane
Hmm.
amount of content right off the bat. But it's exciting to see. The Nintendo Switch is finally getting all of these amazing games that the Wii U
Right.
had. And Nintendo, I think, is really making some improvements this time around. But I
Right.
was a big
What are we
fan of the game
even?
for sure. It's
What
a
are we even
streamer's
missing?
paradise.
It's yes. Like I know Matthew's going to be loving this
Oh
one.
yeah, for sure.
But like, what is even missing now from like Wii U games? Pikmin 3 and like I'm struggling to think of
Wind
ones.
Waker HD,
Oh, that'd be a good one, yeah. But that's
Twilight
already a
Princess
remake.
HD.
Yeah, but those are already remakes.
Who
Like I'm
cares?
just
Just
fair
bring them
enough.
over. I want. Here's what I want.
Uh-huh.
Right now, this is the second time I've brought this thing up on a Nintendo podcast. This is my PS Vita.
Mm.
It is a nice companion. I love this thing. I love handheld gaming. The reason
Uh-huh.
I own a PS Vita is I own Final Fantasy 1 through 10 2, all digitally on here.
Yeah.
This is a Final Fantasy machine and that's it. Now the Switch could do the same thing. I want every Zelda game ever on this thing, on the Switch. I want all the NES games, the SNES games. I want remasters or whatever of the 3DS versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's
Uh-huh.
Mask. Give me the HD remasters. Give me anything you can possibly give me, and I'll buy it. That's what I like about like handheld systems, just like the portability of my entire childhood. So
I
that's
mean,
what I'd like to see.
I totally get the appeal. I don't want to be one of those people that has to end up buying all my games again. I'm going to say that, but I definitely see the appeal. And there's been a ton of games I've gotten on my Switch that I like. I'm so happy, even if it is a re-release in some way or shape.
Yeah.
Like Tropical Freeze might be the best port over. Sorry, Mario Kart, but it's like it's so good. I love that game and loving it handheld. Yes,
I do
but yeah,
I do want to point out something real quick about Mario Maker 2 that I'm worried about too.
yes.
the stylus was really good on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous about using my fingers to
Yeah.
draw on the tablet. Number one, my fingers aren't as nice and precise as a stylus.
Yeah.
And number two, I don't know like if there's going to be any kind of added support, or maybe they're going to include some sort of stylus that's compatible with the Switch screen. But
That'd be cool.
I'm kind of concerned about it. But just looking at the UI, you can see the boxes are kind of bigger, so it kind of like to accommodate having a finger. Obviously,
Right.
everybody has a finger. But yeah, I'm concerned to see what it's gonna do.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I hate touching my screen. I really
that's
do.
another thing too.
And that's why I really would prefer a stylus in some way or shape. I have like a mobile stylus that I've tried with certain Switch games.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get the job done in everything, but I think for just like drag and drop pointer stuff, it should be good. But that's like, okay, well now I got to get this third party thing when Nintendo could just package it, or we do the whole digital cursor thing. But
And my
who wants
guess
to
is
do
they're
that?
going to have that option too.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be cumbersome and difficult to use. But I think it's all going to come down to using your digits.
Right. But hey, we got 2D catsuit, right?
That's true. That's true. So is that going to like move into like the SNES costumes too, and the NES costumes, like the catsuit?
I would, trust me, if we got frog suit and we got hammer suit and stuff like that, I would be all for it. But I think they're going to keep it. I don't know how. There's still the thing. Okay, here's the big thing. Sorry, I'm like going all over the things I wanted to talk about this in my head. But the one that stands out the most that we're missing from this game is, why is Luigi on the box? What could that mean for what's going to come to this game, right?
I mean, I have no idea. Maybe just to add him on the box. I mean,
No,
Luigi
dude,
was always in the game to some extent
it
in costume
means-
form.
It means 2-player. It means co-op, right?
I mean, there's puzzles that would be really cool to create that requires like a Portal type thing. Like if you ever played multiplayer Portal, one person has to stand on one thing, one person has to stand on another thing.
Right.
I think that could be cool. I really do.
I'm just thinking like they've had it in the past, like be it the player 1 goes and player 2 goes type thing, or other ways like that, or the way that the new Super Mario games do it. But it just, why just throw Luigi on there? You know, that's my thinking. That's my box art conspiracy.
All right. I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having like simultaneous co-op though, not swapping back and forth. I want to see both characters on screen at the same time.
Right. Like I feel like it's possible because again, the new Super Mario games did it, and then bringing that back to the older ones would be really cool, especially now with all the crazy stuff that they have in this game.
Yeah.
Like you've got the clear pipes, you've got super bells now, you've got everything from Mario World. I imagine that nothing's going to get dropped from the carryover. So this could be like the Mario game.
Well, I'm loading something on the screen
Odyssey
right now too. Where is it? It's not this picture. There is a picture from Mario Maker 2 that's been making the rounds. It's officially from Nintendo. Here it is. All right, I'm going to put this up on the screen here in just a second. There it is.
There it is.
That took me way too long. I'm pretty sure like I deactivated your video screen there for a minute when I was doing that, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's Koopa in a car with no shell for some reason. There is Toad with a giant hammer. I mean, there's so many things about this that just has me scratching my head. But either way, I'm really excited to see what kind of interesting things you can do with this game.
And there's Toadette's on there too, isn't she?
Is she? Now I gotta look again.
Yeah. Look at the pink Toad that's on like the top left of the box art.
In the catsuit?
Yeah, she's got the pigtails.
Does she? Oh yeah, she totally does.
Yeah, it's Toadette. Yeah.
All right. What about Amiibo support? So the Amiibo support in Mario Maker made it. The fact that you could scan in pretty much any Amiibo out there and get a costume, like an 8-bit costume.
Right.
So I hope to see something like that again. I feel like Nintendo's kind of, I don't know, taking like a step back from Amiibo.
Right, but it would be such a shame, one, to lose everything that's already there. And two, there's a lot of potential with new ones. Like we can get 8-bit off the hook. We're going to have all the new Smash characters. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we can do with that.
What about the Baby Metal costumes?
Bring them on. I don't know. Like those weren't tied to an amiibo though.
No,
like,
that's true.
it could be really cool though to see more of the like those come over as well. Like whether they're available day one or they come later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. So Mario Maker is coming out in June. Do we have an official release date on that, or is it just June?
Just June, I believe. It just said June 2019.
So I'm guessing we're gonna have another Nintendo Direct. I mean, well, do you think it's gonna be pre or post E3?
I want to say post because it gives them a chance. It gives them one last kind of push because Mario. Yeah, like Mario Tennis Aces was the June or summer game last year, and it was the last one that came out. Like it came out after E3. I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, June 2019.
June.
Any final thoughts on Mario Maker 2?
Bring it on.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be one of these games I think we're gonna stream a lot on Nintendo Wire. At least I hope to.